Good morning and welcome to the Daily Light Devotion. I hope all of you have had a wonderful Friday yesterday and looking forward to today, that is the 27th of September. Uh, Today we start the final chapter of the book of Acts. We started in Acts 1 long time back and we're going to finish this and then we're going to move over to the Gospel of John. Uh, our devotions are going to be based on that and then we're looking at the book of Romans, right? Some of my favorite books. Um, Today, we're going to look at Acts chapter 28, verses 1 to 10, and the title is Purpose in Every Place. Now, we know that there was shipwreck, they were able to reach land, right? Um, but they were stranded in this place called Malta. Yet, here God turned disaster into opportunity through divine protection, miraculous healing. The gospel shone brightly. These passages show us that no matter where life carries us, whether by plan or by storm, God's purpose goes with us, and we have an opportunity to share the gospel wherever we go. Uh, Verse 1 says, Now when God when they had escaped, they found out that the island was called Malta. Now, storm brought them to a place unknown, yet God ordained by God. So, even unplanned detours sometimes are part of can become part of God's plan. But he wastes nothing and he wastes no opportunities for us. And if we are seeking him consistently and following him, there's always opportunities to follow what he wants us to do, and we can use those situations. We have to have complete submission of our hearts and seek him with all our hearts, right? Verse 2 says, And the natives showed us unusual kindness, for they had kindled a fire and made us all welcome because the rain that was falling and because of the cold. So strangers cared for them in their time of need. God provides through unexpected people. We've been looking at it throughout, these verses. His kindness often comes from surprising sources. Um, Verses 3 and 6, when Paul had gathered a bundle of sticks, a viper came out because of the heat and fastened, fastened on his hand. He shook off the creature into the fire and suffered no harm. So, what should have killed Paul could not touch him because of God's promise, right? And when God's hand is on us, no attack can derail his purpose. We can shake it off what the enemy tries to use against us, right? Verses 7 and 9, in that region there was an estate of the leading citizen, whose father lay sick. Paul went into him and prayed, and he laid his hands on him and healed him. So when this was done, the rest of those on the island who had diseases also came and were healed. So amazing, right? They were waiting to get on board to go to Rome. Yet while staying there, right? And they stayed there for around 3 months. Paul's ministry continued. God kept on using Paul to heal people, share the gospel, and bring hope. Trials often position us with opportunities of ministry, right? Scars can become a channel of healing to others. Verse 10 says, They also honored us in many ways, and when we departed, they provided such things that were necessary. So God moved the islanders' hearts to bless Paul and his companion, right? When we serve faithfully, God ensures provision for the next stage of the journey. So, what are some of the life applications? Whatever plan God has for us, if we, are submitted, we have the fear of God, we revere God, we know God is greater than every situation. We know that Jesus has overcome every situation. It may look like a detour in our lives, but His purpose is there in every place. Every detour, God can use that detour, right? We need to be open to receive His kindness from unexpected people. We need to shake off attacks and keep walking and keeping our eyes on Jesus. And Our trials become testimonies that bring healing to others. Remember and expect God's provision as we walk faithfully in His purpose. So these verses show that the storm may change our location, but it cannot change God's mission. And Paul's shipwreck became a platform to show God's power. Likewise, wherever we are now, it's not by accident. God has a purpose for us there to reveal His protection, healing, and provision. I hope these verses encouraged you today. And as it encouraged me, have a blessed weekend. Have a blessed Saturday. I will see you tomorrow.